Every personal finance guru has told you the same thing. Stop buying lattes. David Bach popularized this idea in 2004, calling it the Latte Factor. His argument was simple. If you spend $5 a day on coffee, that's $1,825 a year. Invest that over 30 years at 10% annual return, and you'd have over $300,000. Sounds compelling, right? There's just one problem. It's largely misleading. And today, we're going to break down why using actual economic research and reveal what truly drains your wealth. Let's start with the math. Bach's calculation isn't wrong. Compound interest does work that way. But here's what he conveniently ignores. A study by Harold Pollack at the University of Chicago found that the financial advice Americans actually need fits on a single index card. And Skip Your Latte isn't on it. Why? Because the entire Latte Factor premise contains three critical flaws. Flaw number one, it assumes perfect discipline over 30 years. Behavioral economists have repeatedly shown that willpower is a depletable resource. Roy Baumeister's ego depletion research demonstrates that people who constantly resist small temptations make worse decisions on big ones. By obsessing over your $5 coffee, you're actually depleting the mental energy you need for the financial decisions that truly matter. Flaw number two, it ignores the psychological cost of constant deprivation. A 2019 study in the Journal of Consumer Psychology found that people who aggressively cut small pleasures experienced what researchers call financial fatigue and were more likely to eventually splurge on much larger, unplanned purchases. The latte you denied yourself for 6 months leads to a $2,000 impulse vacation. Net result, you're worse off. Flaw number three, and this is the big one. It distracts you from the expenses that actually determine your financial trajectory. And this is where the real science gets interesting. Elizabeth Warren and Amelia Tyagi analyzed over 2,000 bankruptcy cases and decades of consumer spending data. Their finding was striking. The average American family in financial trouble wasn't overspending on lattes and avocado toast. They were being crushed by what Warren calls the big three: housing, transportation, and insurance. These three categories alone consume 60 to 75% of the average household budget. Let me put this in perspective. If you eliminated every single latte for an entire year, you'd save roughly $1,800. If you negotiated your rent or mortgage down by just 10%, you'd save $3,000 to $12,000 per year. One single decision versus 365 days of self-discipline. So what actually drains your wealth? Let's break down the real culprits. Wealth drain number one, housing. The traditional rule says spend no more than 28% of your gross income on housing. But data from the Joint Center for Housing Studies at Harvard shows that nearly half of American renters now spend more than 30%, and 1 in 4 spends more than 50%. This single expense determines more about your financial future than every small purchase combined. The fix isn't cutting coffee, it's making one strategic housing decision, negotiating rent, house hacking, relocating to a lower-cost area, or restructuring your mortgage. One decision, massive impact. Wealth drain number two, transportation. The average American spends over $10,000 per year on car ownership, according to 8AA. That includes payments, insurance, fuel, maintenance, and depreciation. Most people never calculate the true cost because it's spread across dozens of small, invisible transactions. Here's the behavioral economics insight. We mentally categorize a $400 car payment as a fixed cost and ignore it. But we agonize over a $5 coffee because it feels like a choice. Daniel Kahneman called this attention asymmetry. We focus on what feels discretionary, not on what's actually expensive. Wealth drain number three, lifestyle creep. This is the silent wealth killer. Research from the National Bureau of Economic Research shows that for every $1 increase in income, the average household increases spending by 80 to 90 cents. You get a raise, you upgrade your apartment. You get a bonus, you lease a nicer car. Your income goes up, but your savings rate stays flat or even declines. The solution isn't willpower, it's automation. Behavioral economist Richard Thaler, the same Nobel laureate from our last video, designed the Save More Tomorrow program. Instead of asking people to save more now, which triggers loss aversion, the program automatically increases savings contributions with each future raise. The result? Participants nearly quadrupled their savings rate from 3.5% to 13.6% without ever feeling a cut in their lifestyle. So here's the framework that actually works, backed by research. Step 1. Automate the big three. Set up automatic transfers so savings happen before you see the money. Negotiate your largest fixed expenses once, then forget about them. Step 2. Optimize, don't eliminate. Ramit Sethi calls this conscious spending. Spend extravagantly on things you love and cut mercilessly on things you don't. If your daily latte brings you genuine joy, keep it. Cut the gym membership you never use instead. Step 3. Focus on earning, not just saving. A Brookings Institution study found that increasing income has a far greater impact on long-term wealth than reducing small expenses. The ceiling for cutting costs is your current spending. The ceiling for increasing income is unlimited. So the next time someone tells you to skip your latte, remember this. The wealthiest people in the world didn't get there by saving $5 a day. They got there by making a few critical decisions about housing, transportation, and income, and automating the rest. Your latte isn't the problem. Your system is. Fix the system, and the small stuff takes care of itself. If this changed how you think about money, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Every Tuesday and Friday, we break down another money myth using real science. Next up, why lottery winners go broke and what it reveals about the hedonic treadmill. Link is on screen now.